You know what is probability. You know what is uncertainty. I am not talking about uncertainty. I am talking about calculated risk. Risk is always calculated. What is that? Very good. Curriculum is not in place with the current requirements of the market. Fine. So you told it. Very good. Very good. Let's give a big hand. Okay. So I'll tell you about that. Anything else? Only subject knowledge. So it's only conceptual, right? So testing memory. Huh? Very good. Good answer. You told it in your own way. Wonderful. Fair enough. Great. Anything? Huh? Mark oriented learning and teaching. Very good. Anything else? How it arrives, we will discuss about that. Be aware. Just be aware. Okay, that's all. Anything else? Not a value-based education system. Fine. Fine. What is being valued to satisfy the customer, right? Who is a customer? That's again question. Fine. Wonderful. Anything else in this campus? Okay. Whatever. Fine. Okay. Fine. Anything else? Wonderful. Outdated mode of evaluation. See, this is very interesting. That I'll explain a lot of practical experiences during auditing that I had. Okay, because the program objective as well as the course objective is something, and when you look at the question paper, there is no mapping with the question paper with respect to the what PEO, because majority of the PEOs or course objective talks about to develop behavioral attributes among the students too, from a tacit perspective, and all questions are what theoretical. And hope you understood it. That's all. And what is there in the course objective? Okay, the graduate engineer who comes up after this thing should be able to demonstrate competence in those 1, 2, 3 areas. Demonstrating competence by testing the memory. So you cannot map. I've audited around 89 educational institutions. The moment I see this, I go to the what? PEO, course objective. There is no mapping. So that's all. That is the process. Relating with the process. Anyway, that we will discuss later. Huh? Modified. So you mean to say that you don't focus on satisfying the customer, ensuring that everyone is a full pass. Rather, imbibe rigor. Right? Okay, absolutely right. You are all, at least able to reflect some points on that area. Anything else from your side? Critically, you have to think critically. No. For you, your side? Think differently and critically. As like in Singapore, where a gentleman learns till the end of his life. In Singapore, up to 70 years, people, they are fond of learning. They enjoy learning. Are you aware of that? They work up to 70 years. And they love learning. That's a culture that they are developing. 3 systems has to be integrated. 1, formation has to happen. A student has to choose his subject from within. It shall not be given from outside. So that he do have the curiosity to learn first. Then happens the information. You have to provide the contemporary latest, conceptual and cutting edge means experiential tools. Third one is, we as professors and educators should insist a culture of continual professional development. Continuing and continuous, both are different. Continuous is like a stock market. Continual is, you cannot see this word in dictionary. Continuous is staircase. It won't come down. So there should be quest for every student to, we have to imbibe a culture within them. culture within them that till the end of their life they should learn, update, continually improve both tacit as well as conceptual knowledge. If these three can happen, okay, with awareness, then that is something great to happen. Fine, let's go to the next one. Individual versus group or structured. See, during our process, we are processing our students as batches, where every individual does have an individual need. Right? But we take them what? How? We take them collectively and we give a standardized instruction, curriculum. We are not considering an individual. So that is the next contextual group that we are facing. The fourth one is conceptual versus tacit. As one of the professor told over here, what did he say? Only you only told, right? You told. What did he say? Only subject knowledge is required. So that is conceptual. But tacit, experiential, practice, competence, skill sets, that is not being evidenced or ensured. And there is one more big risk. We are perceiving a student as a consumer. Majority of the organizations perceive the student as a consumer. Again, it is going to devastate or negatively impact the entire process of education system itself. See, ISO, American Society of Quality, ISO International Work Group Agreement on process quality in education sector all defines a student as a customer or a consumer or a customer property. I am using technical words now. A student is a customer. A student is a consumer. Who is a consumer? Who consumes a service. Customer may be a doctor, but consumer may be a patient. So customer is the person who decides which medicine to write, prescribe. Consumer is, there is a difference between customer and a consumer. Consumer is a person who consumes it, but who decides? Customer. So customer may be the who. According to ISO international standards, there is a work group agreement to define quality, process quality in education institutions. The technical standard is known as, I will show you tomorrow, ISO International Work Group Agreement 1, specific to educational institutions. It defines student as a consumer or a customer or both. Because a student under 18 years is a customer property. Because a customer happen to be their parents. Because not grown up, 18 and 21. So if you lose your, or somewhere a child is being missed out, suddenly school authorities call the police station, customer property lost. They informs, but they don't do this for a grown-up guy. Please understand. But majority of the Ivy League institutions don't consider, please understand, a student as a customer. Harvard, no. IIM Ahmedabad, no. They consider a learner or a student, please understand, they are beyond this thinking process, thought process. When American Society of Quality consider, you check, go to the website, they would have defined, okay, a student or a learner is a customer or a consumer. But IIM Ahmedabad professors won't agree to that. Harvard professors won't agree to that. For them, the definition is different. Now, the problem with this thought process is, you want to satisfy a student. How? All pass students are satisfied. Meanwhile, what we are losing? Right from first standard to 10th standard, one of you already mentioned about that. You want everyone to get a pass because teacher what teacher want? Teacher want a full pass. Student want a full pass. Everyone of them are happy. But finally, what happens? what happens to society, what happens to the nation? Because you want to satisfy your consumer, a customer also. Customer becomes parent, they are happy, oh my child got A plus for all subjects. Student is also happy, okay. But eventually at the end of the day, who lose? And who is losing? Tell me. Student himself is losing. Why? I am an old generation professor. Okay, though I am 45, I think in the other way. I want, even I have come out of few institutions because of this difference of opinion. I want to enhance the academic rigor, ensure that students go through a grilling process where the rubber band is extended to the maximum, stretched to the maximum, not to the extent it is being braved, but stretch the maximum. Then ensure that the student go through a tough academic rigor, tough learning process, and then you realize that okay, it may break, fine, loosen it, try to stretch it again, loosen it, try to stretch it again, so that finally student will gain. Maybe that student will not forget that professor even after 10 or 15 years, because he has not got anything, no free piece. Internal marks, no. Not 24, all students are getting 24 out of 25. No. Once you grill the student through that process, there is pain in it. And majority of the students don't like that pain. Majority of the students don't like that pain. Please understand. Yeah, teachers also don't like this. Finally, who lose? The question is very simple. Please tell me, who is losing? And now we have a system from which right from first standard to 10th standard, this all pass. Then going up, a student is a consumer or a customer. In fact, no. Student may be a consumer or a customer on certain areas, but he or she, please perceive a student as a raw material that is being transformed to a finished product. That is how Ivy League universities consider a student as. I discussed about ISO standard. A student is a consumer or a customer. I discussed about American Society of Quality. What does they say? A student is a consumer or a customer. You go to the website, you can search it. I again discussed about a technical standard called as ISO IWA, International Work Group Agreement. They again talk about student as a consumer or a customer. But Harvard University don't agree to that viewpoint. They consider a student as a raw material that is being transformed to a finished product. IIM Ahmedabad also consider like that. So the object is not to satisfy the student. Maybe you can satisfy him or her approachability. You can be, approachable to him or her. You may be service oriented. Right? In that perspective, you may be very much free to interact, approachable. You consider that, okay, in a classroom, a professor is not bigger than a student. Rather, all together create a learning experience in the now, a facilitator's role, right? Where I exist to serve the student, without student I don't exist. So that can be there in the mental thought process. Hope you understood what did I say. I am not greater than a student, because if a student is not there, do I exist? Do I exist? No. But not in terms of academic rigor. Academic rigor, in that perspective, as a professor, I am a person who insists quality, insists rigor, ensure that the student stretch the rubber band to the maximum, and you feel that, okay, you are a psychologist, you know, the rubber band may break, then loosen it, then again tighten it. Unless we do that, we are not living to the purpose as a professor. Stretch it. Then you ensure that some sort of quality is there with respect to the PEOs, program educational objectives, with respect to the course objectives, with respect to the learning outcomes, course outcomes, session objectives, session outcomes, and mapped with the broader perspective of education, purpose of education. So in degree 2, we can consider ourselves and students as a customer, as a consumer in terms of approachability, I am with you. In terms of service attitude, I am with you, but not giving freebies. Then that system is consumer oriented system. It cannot survive for a long time. You can be very much service oriented, very much approachable, very much simple, very much receptive to students. But don't hold like this. You can be open, approachable. But after 9 o'clock if someone calls you, please don't. It is time so that even I have to sleep. So hope you should draw a line where to demark. Right? But in that way, consider a student as a consumer or a customer and satisfy him. But on the other side of the coin, ensure that he or she is getting grilled cognitively. How you can grill him cognitively? You demand a better output. A better output. Analysis, interpretation, judgment, comprehension, understanding, concept formation, problem solving, critical thinking, creative thinking. Tell me. Finally, to go through pain so that the conceptual knowledge is being transferred. Take a challenge. And the higher cognitive domain, what is that? Creation. I have not taken that. The highest cognitive domain in Bloom's taxonomy of classification is to create. Why creation doesn't happen? Why a new project is not happening? Why a new startup is not happening? They are not going through the grilling process. And whatever conceptual knowledge that I gain or you gain, that is conceptual. But when that is being transferred as a tacit knowledge, experiential knowledge, I go through pain and I don't like that. This is where, as professors, has to act like what? We have to do justice to our profession. You can be service oriented, you can consider your students as consumer or customer. At the same time, ensure that the grilling process happens. If you do that, even after 30 years, your student is not going to forget you. Because the 3 levels of learning, what is that? Cognitive, affective as well as psychomotor learning will happen as per Bloom's 3 hierarchy of classifications. So, please understand, I just want to brush up. There are 4 contextual risks that we have discussed now in education. One is formative versus material. Second is formative versus informative. Third is individual versus structured. Fourth is conceptual versus tacit. Now I will share you this and understand the basic purpose of education is to enhance the power of expression, not to get a job. That becomes a proprium need as defined by Alport only. And education does have much broader and higher dimensions of objectives. What are they? At least from a conceptual framework, it does have 5. To express it in writing, to express it verbally, to express it in labs, expression at work, and finally expression in life. The moment you face a challenge or a problem, you go and commit suicide. It means you are not expressing yourself in life. Observe the QS ranking parameters. QS ranking, the highest ranking, what they are asking for. You relate this with that. You will understand that what QS ranking is asking is not the job perspective. Please understand and broaden the perspectives of education. And whatever, you cannot express anything unless the core concept is being formed. And the concept formation does have so much relevance now. There is nothing core within you, then what are you going to express? Please tell me. When I don't have anything core within me, how can I express? You may relate it with this Prahlad's theory of core competency. If there is nothing core, how the core happens? Comprehension, reception, comprehension, understanding, concept formation. Now if that 4 cognitive skill set doesn't occur or happen, what I am going to express? Do I face realities in life? Whenever a challenge comes or problem comes, I will run away from life. When a limitations comes, I will start blaming others, system. Do I take responsibility? No. So, I just want to I just want to rub the thought process now and invite you all to think from a broader perspective of education as educators. Then only what we have learned from the Bloom's, what is that? 3 levels of learning, cognitive, affective and psychomotor, will have a relevance with respect to the tacit knowledge transfer at the experiential level. If that happens, our children would take risk, take practical risk, would create something. Bloom's creation, highest cognitive level, creation is that, right? Have you seen which is the highest cognitive domain as per Bloom's taxonomy? It is creation. To create something. Not being creative, that is conceptual, but to create something. To invent, to have a radical innovation, as well as incremental innovation. To do something practically, to have a project, that is creative, creation. That is highest level. That we will discuss in deep tomorrow. And we had an agreement, contractual agreement, that we would stop by 4:30, right? So we will have just a review on the session now. One is formative versus material. Now why we are sending our children to our colleges is to get a job. And it does have a very limited perspective. So formative means, what is that? The self, I plus E. What is E? Lead from within. So the purpose of education is not only to get a job, perhaps that is one among the object of education. So don't condition your children only to get a job. That is pure material sense. Like you send your children to college, fine. Let them get a job, fine. Whenever I aged up, let them take care of myself. It's purely material sense. Right? Don't you think so? So it's a business. So that is one perspective, one limitation, contextual limitation. At least don't develop our children in that perspective. Job is one. Okay, Albert has already told what needs Proprium needs, right? Basic. But beyond that, there are many objects of functioning. The purpose of education is not only to get a job. There are much higher levels of needs. The second one is formative versus informative. What is the I? See, earlier in our ancient education system, it was a student who used to decide what to learn. It was formative in nature. It was like a self-sculpture where I decide what to learn, where to learn, which guru I have to choose. And it was truly what? Lead from within. Now it is informative in nature. There is a big conflict, formative and informative. Now we are giving the contemporary, most updated information pumping into the human brain. That's all. What happens after 5 years? Since the quest from within is not there, he is not updating himself. And after 5 years, whatever information that you have given, or rather you are giving in the present scenario, would be at least 5 to 8 years old from our systems concepts. Am Am I right? Whatever engineering syllabus that we are teaching now, it would be at least 5 year old. That is why he mentioned rightly, it is not suiting to the current requirements of the market. In management, if I need to write a case that is being published in a good case bank, it will take minimum 3 years. So case is something most contemporary as well as most relevant piece of art that I can teach my students, and that case it would take minimum 3 years to write it, and I am teaching at least 3 or 4 or 5 year old scenario in the present context. This happens in IIMs or Harvard. So in engineering scenario, we would be teaching at least 5 to 8 year old, requirements. Now our student is graduating. After 5 years, he go out of the engineering college, he work in the industry. Now again, there's a difference at least 10 to 12 years. So the information that we have provided him during our 5 years has become obsolete. So this is the biggest risk in informative system. Provided you have to check at least how many students in our class has come out real quest for learning engineering. If that is the case, the formation has happened.